Hey, long time no see. Welcome back to Enlightened Existence with Athena. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button. So this video is an intro video and the start of a series of pranayama exercises or breathing techniques. Now we won't be doing breath work in this particular video. I really would like to use this video to explain more in depth the meaning and importance of pranayama scientifically and spiritually. I learned all this information during my yoga teacher training a few years ago, but I've recently felt called to share it now because I feel like this year, 2020, has affected our breath more than maybe any other year before. We are all aware that currently there is a respiratory virus at large all over the world. Daily, we are having to wear masks over our face, covering our nose and our mouth, affecting our breath. We have protests where thousands of people are chanting, "I can't breathe." And if you know anything about manifestation, words are spells. So if you have thousands of people screaming, "I can't breathe," that in some way is manifesting itself, especially when everyone is wearing masks and when we have a respiratory virus. I also personally, my little conspiracy theory self, believe that the 5G that they're trying to roll out is also going to and is affecting our lungs and our breath. With all of this going on, combined with the stress in our own personal lives, it is more important now than ever to breathe and to know why it is so important to breathe consciously and to control the flow of our breath. So what do I mean when I say pranayama, and what is prana? The word prana itself directly translates to that which is everywhere. Prana is the life force energy that is all around us. I'm touching it right now. It's the cells, it's the atoms in the air, it's everything around us. It's essentially, in a way, the universe. Prana is the bridge between physical matter and consciousness. It is the bridge between the body and the soul and the subtle body inside of us. Prana is the master form of energy working at every level of our being. Prana is related to the breath, but it is not the breath itself. Prana is related to the breath, but it is not the breath itself. Breath and breathing is the way that we bring prana into our bodies and control where that energy goes. So as I'm breathing in the prana, the space, the molecules. The breath is how I am bringing that into my body and where I am bringing it in my body. Prana can also be defined as spiritual energy, vital winds, spirit, soul, or life force. There are over 3,000 years of references to prana that transcend spiritual and cultural traditions. Prana is a part of the Hindu, Ayurvedic, and Tantric traditions, but similar references to this life force energy can be found everywhere. It is seen in the Chinese principle of qi, ancient Roman anima, and the Christian Holy Spirit. Now do I have your attention? Prana is the energy that pulses through the subtle channels in our bodies, the nadis and the chakras, but I'll get to that in a minute. Prana is that which keeps our bodies going and functioning. Without that life force or spiritual energy, we would not be alive. Let's take a second to feel into what prana feels like. When you inhale, feel the energy or prana moving up your spine. When you exhale, feel it moving down. that's kind of like a beginning start on how to begin feeling into what I mean when I say controlling where prana goes or where that energy goes. First, we'll talk about the science-backed benefits of pranayama or breath work, and then I'll ease you into the spiritual benefits. Because I feel like for some, it helps to know the more proven side of things first, and maybe they'll open up to more of the spiritual, subtle, energetic benefits. Studies have shown that pranayama decreases stress and mood imbalances, reduces feelings of depression, anxiety, anger, and confusion, improves your perception and mental strength, improving your cognitive function, tones the nervous system, calming that flight or fight response inside of us, purifies and detoxifies the body, oxygenates the blood, improves skin health, boosts the immune system, improves digestion system function, improves lung function, reduces high blood pressure, improves the quality of sleep, and reduces cigarette and food cravings. Now that we're more informed on what pranayama can do for our physical bodies, let's get into the juicier aspects on what pranayama can do for us spiritually and how it affects our subtle energetic bodies. The same way that blood flows through our veins, prana flows through our subtle bodies through pathways called nadis. Now there are thousands of these channels or pathways in our bodies, but there are 3 main channels. All right, don't make fun of my drawing. This is just, for example, a reference because I didn't want to keep posting slides. I kind of wanted to really point out what we're talking about here because I feel like when you Google these pictures and get the images, there's almost so many pathways and points that you just don't know what is what. So I'd rather do it myself and really show you. So the 3 main energy channels in our bodies that we're talking about are the Ida Nadi, the Pingala Nadi, and the Sushumna Nadi. So the first energy channel we'll talk about is the left channel of the body. It's called the Ida Nadi. So this channel starts at the base of the spine at our root chakra, goes all along the left and connects up to the crown here. So this is the Ida Nadi. This is the left energy channel in our bodies. This left energy channel in your body is associated with the left nostril when you breathe. The Ida Nadi, the left channel, is more introverted, lunar, cooling, feminine, and yin. Then we have the right channel of our bodies, the Pingala Nadi. It's associated with the right nostril when you breathe. So this again runs from the base of your spine, up the right side of your spine, connects through your third eye, over here. This energy channel on the right side of your body is more extroverted, solar, warming, masculine, and yang. So you can start to see what we have going on here inside of our bodies with these energy channels. We have 2 dualities, right? We have the introverted, the extroverted, the lunar, the solar, the cooling, the warming, the feminine, the masculine, the yin and the yang. So we have these 2 dualities, these 2 opposites inside of us like we do in our brains. We have a left side of our brain and a right side of our brain. One is more masculine, one is more feminine. Now the Sushumna energy channel is the central channel. It goes all the way from the base of the spine up to the crown. This central energy channel represents the perfect balance and neutrality between the left and the right nadis. This central energy channel is also called the Great River or the path to enlightenment. We won't get into this today, but if you've heard of Kundalini or Kundalini rising, when it comes to breath work, or the snake uncurling, that's what this central channel is. And they call that the path to enlightenment, because when you have both sides of your nadis balanced, you're in perfect harmony through this middle channel, and you reach enlightenment up in your crown chakra. I'm also not going to get into chakras today, but the nadis also cross through each chakra. So they kind of go like this. So why do we care how prana flows through these energy channels? Why do we care to control where our breath flows? Well, these two energy channels react to everything outside of us. So if we have a situation outside of us that's chaotic or stressful, these two are reacting to that. And these two polarities tend to try and dominate each other. In certain situations, you might be breathing more with your left nostril than your right nostril. You might be reacting to a situation more with masculine energy than feminine energy. So when these two sides, when these two polarities are dominating each other, you cannot be in this center channel. You cannot be in flow. You cannot be calm, because your breath is out of control. Your breath is reacting to what's going on outside of you. But when you can bring these energy channels, when you can bring your prana into balance, when you can have them flow together, you can reach this centeredness, this calmness, this higher state of being, this higher consciousness. You can think more clearly. When a situation is happening outside of you, and one of these is dominating the other, this centeredness, this calmness, this middle channel is dormant. It's asleep. You cannot reach enlightenment or higher consciousness when the two sides of your breath, the two sides of your energy channel are not in sync, when they're trying to dominate each other, when you're just reacting. So that's one reason why breathing is so important, so we aren't always on one end of the spectrum or the other, so that we can attain a little bit more balance, a little bit more centeredness. When we breathe in, we take in prana. When we breathe in, we take in prana. So when we expand our breath and improve the quality of our breath, we are improving the quality of the vital energy within us. We are improving the quality of the life force, the universe inside of us and around us. This is exactly what breath work or breath control or pranayama is meant to do for us, to help us expand and regulate our life force energy. Who doesn't want more life force energy? Who doesn't want more prana? Who doesn't want more calmness, more centeredness, more soul, more... We gotta breathe. We need that quality of life force. If we don't have life force energy, we're just dull. We're just blah. We're reactive. We're either side of the spectrum. We're not present. We're not here now. We're in our monkey mind. We're going crazy up here because we're breathing short. We're breathing really quick. We're not getting enough life force energy, enough vitality. So now we know what pranayama and breathwork are. Now we know why it's so important for our physical and spiritual bodies. So now the next question is how? How do we pranayama? How do we breath work? How do we do this? How do we increase our life force energy? How do we improve our sleep and our digestion? How? There are actually quite a few pranayama and breathwork techniques, some of which are actually super cool, and you can really feel the benefits almost right away. These different techniques move the prana in different ways in the body. So there's not just one way of moving the breath or one place to bring the breath or one way to breathe in and out. If this video has sparked your curiosity, if this video has got you thinking, if this video has you asking how do I do this? How do I do pranayama? How do I do breath work? Well, if you want to find out, please join me in this upcoming video series. We will be exploring quite a few techniques that are truly amazing so that you can access the life force energy and the bliss that's available to you at all times. I don't have any exact dates on when each video will be released, so if you feel like you will miss one, definitely turn on the notification bell on my channel and you'll be notified when they come in. And I am so excited to get breathing with you all and to share this and to also improve my breath in the process, because I've definitely fallen off doing these exercises. I don't do them every day anymore, so it'll also be helping me. I really hope I relayed this information well and clearly and made it simple enough to understand. Again, if you have any questions, just comment below and I will gladly answer. But I am so thrilled and excited to be doing this and sharing it with you, and I really hope you join me. All right, I'll see you in the next video, but until then, remember, breathe.